Hello everybody, I'm Mumu. I'm here bringing you a day of CowTipping. Today's going to be a little short, but we're going to talk about enchantments and probably some information that a lot of people probably don't know when it comes to picking out your weapon for your late game, gameplay. So if you take a look at my screen, I have two weapons chosen out for you as an example. So what I've discovered is the very specific line right underneath the weapon attack range. So right here, right, it says basic attributes. The first line that says items base weapon attack increase, which I'm going to shorthand call the BWAI, or you can call it the BWAI. The BWAI. BWAI. Just kidding. Anyway, so back to this. I'm just going to equip one just so you can have an immediate comparison of the two. That's all the high level players are doing. They're trying to like pick the best weapon they can get for right now, so that when they enter all the chaos dungeons, or even when they get the legendary, they're always trying to pick the best weapon, so that way they can maximize their DPS for any mobs or future bosses that may come out. Well, one thing that people have yet to really consider, and I guess it makes a lot of sense because it's not apparent until you get to the very end, and I'm going to explain why, is if you take a look at my Ancient Runeblade, side by side, they're not too different. The one on the right is clearly a better choice, but what I want to bring the attention to is the 287 and the 295. Guys, that's a difference of 8 points, and you're probably wondering, what's 8 points going to do? Well, for this one, they're a lot closer, so it's probably not going to be as significant, but there are different ranges for the base weapon attack increase, and what's more important is when you have a plus 15, the enchantment process actually affects the BWAI as well. And from our findings, and I'll show you up the spreadsheet right over here, and I'll bring you down to page 1. So down here, we're able to find the WBI would increase relative to the enchantment. If it was linear, exponential, we're just curious. You know, this math is what we do. So as you can see, as you progress down, we found that for each enhancement, there was actually a 2% boost to the WAI as well. And it all the way down to 15, which is 200%. So for going back to my two swords, if you have this sword with the 8 attack difference, by the time you get to plus 15 for both of them, the one on the right will actually have a total of 3 times that amount, or an additional 2 times on top of the original base BWAI. I'm going to call the enhancement number, which is the really orangey colored with the 2 lines, I'm going to call it the EWBI, so that way you'll know that that's the enhancement. EBWAI, yeah, EBWAI, so that way you'll know. But yeah, by the time that you get to plus 15 for your weapon, the EBWAI is going to have 3 times the original base weapon attack increase. So it's going to have 3 times the number of the basic attributes included to it, without factoring, and the reason why it was not as apparent is because on this chart, so I'm going to post it on the MS2 Epic Enchanting Guide. The MS Enchanting Guide. So if you look to the right, I've added this chart, and this is public for everyone who needs to know. So the Epic and Legendary gear, later right here, they're all the same, and for the first one's going to be 2%, second one's going to be 4%, and the third one's 7%, all the way up to 200%. So let's say, for example, you had a 3 attack difference, then it would increase 2% on the first enchantment. So what is that, like 0.06? So it would be, that would be the effective boost they would get relative to the base one. So you would get 0.06 more. It's not a lot. That's why you only notice it once the difference of BWAI is significant. Again, I don't really know the ranges of it. I get to do the testing for that. I was more focused, again, on trying to let you guys know so that when legendaries come out, you can potentially factor that in for future DPS runs or for future bosses or whatever. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. This is something like news update. Don't know about this. I just want to kind of shed some light on this, so that way, hey, maybe like if it was like an 80 attack difference, it will be impactful for an epic. Because if you're looking for future legendaries, there's actually their base BWAI is going to be 900, so they might have a variance of maybe like 300. So by 300, by the time of plus 15, it might be a 600 attack or 800 attack. Who knows? It might affect your DPS, it might not. That I get to test. Testing DPS is a lot harder than just doing numbers, which I like. So yeah, that's why I did it. So yeah, very short today. That's all I really have. My giveaway will be dished out really soon. I don't know how to find out who my first 100 subscribers are. I need to figure that out, and that way I can give the first 100 the chance to win the 2,500 merits. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Have a happy day mapling, and Mumu out.